Hello, wonderful viewers! Today we have a special message to share with all of you. Together we've reached an incredible milestone here on Up for Dinner, 10,000 subscribers! I'm truly thankful for each and every one of you who has supported me and this channel. And as we celebrate this milestone, I'm even more excited for the future of Up for Dinner. There's so many more recipes for us to explore together, and I can't wait to share them all with you. And today we're going to be making something very delicious and special for this occasion. It will be Panna Cotta. So without any further ado, let's get started.
You gotta cook and you know you're not a chef, but the kitchen shouldn't put you to the test. So put your apron on, turn up the heat, and in a matter of minutes we'll be ready to eat. Up for dinner. You're watching up for dinner.
Alright, so the ingredients are incredibly simple, you guys. All you need is very thick cream. In my case, I'm using 35% cream. You need some sugar, vanilla extract. Of course, you need the gelatin. And for the topping, I'm going to be using some berries. It is completely up to you which berries would you like. I personally prefer strawberries. And to make them nice and gooey, I'm going to be adding a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of mint, and just a little bit of blueberries, just to top it up. That's it. That's very simple. Wonderful. So what we're going to do, we're going to warm up our very thick cream. We need to make sure that we're not going to be boiling it. That's very important, you guys, that you're just warming it up to about 150 degrees. Probably not an easy thing to kind of measure exactly, but if you have a thermometer, you can use that, or you can kind of tell when it's actually getting hotter. All we're going to do is we're going to mix continuously for about a minute or so, and then we're going to put it aside. The next thing that we need to do, we need to add some water to wake up our wonderful gelatin. So just a little bit of water to make it going. We're going to give it a nice little stir, just so it's not going to get stuck together. Nice. I'll add even more water, just a smidge more, and let it sit for a couple of minutes. I have about 6 tablespoons of sugar in here. You can make it sweeter if you'd like, but I find that 6 tablespoons is going to be just perfect. And we're going to continue stirring. Beautiful. And then I have the vanilla extract. I'm just going to use that tiny little spoon. This is 1/4 of a teaspoon, if you will. Maybe I'll do 2, because why not? Who doesn't like vanilla? That's great. And we're going to continue stirring. All right, it's been slightly over a minute. I'm going to put that aside just to cool down a little bit before combining it with our gelatin. All right, look at our beautiful gelatin. It's looking nice and thick. The way we're going to work with it, we're going to actually transfer it into a smaller pot, and then we're going to melt it in a hot water bath. So it's kind of a pot within a pot situation. See? It's melting very nicely. It's looking good. It's so exciting. It's going to be a delicious dessert, you guys. We need to make sure that it's going to get almost translucent. And that's how you know that your gelatin is ready to be used and mixed with, in our case, cream. All right, you see, it's nice and translucent. There's a little bit of bubbles at the top, but essentially it is the right translucency. So now we can nicely mix it in with our delicious cream right here. Wonderful. So our cream is cooling down, but it's a perfect time to mix it with our gelatin, okay? Very simple, little by little. We're going to be pouring the gelatin right into it, and we're going to continuously stirring. The most important part is done. Pouring it into my ramekins, and one by one, I'm going to try and fill them nicely. As it will take about 6 hours for them to set, I'm gonna put them in the fridge for this whole process to be a little faster. Perfect. So I'm gonna set them on a tray and put them in the fridge for about 6 hours, because that's how long it's gonna take for everything to set. And while it's setting, we're gonna make an absolutely delicious strawberry topping. So stay tuned. All right, so for my strawberry topping, it's really, really simple. All I'm gonna do is just to remove the cute little green tails. Okay, so I'm done with my strawberries. As you can tell, they're all cut in half. They look nice and neat. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna place them right into the pan. Then on top of it, I have a tablespoon of cornstarch. Just gonna neatly sprinkle through, just like this, and mix, mix, mix. All right, this is wonderful. Now I have about a cup of sugar. Nice and simple. Mix, mix, mix. And then I also have a little bit of water, which I'm gonna add to this mix. Beautiful. And now we're gonna let it simmer for about 7 minutes. Stay tuned. Wow, our strawberries are looking so beautiful. The smell is delicious and they're simmering away. Soon they will be ready, and I'll have to put them aside to make sure that they're gonna cool down before we will be serving our delicious panna cotta, because you don't want the strawberries to melt that very, very delicate and elegant dessert. It will be perfectly cooled down. The panna cotta is gonna be ready. We're gonna plate it. I'm actually gonna attempt to flip it on the other side to make it just the way they usually serve it in the restaurants. And yeah, you guys are gonna witness and see if it's actually gonna work out or not, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, so it's been over 5 hours and our panna cottas are looking delightful. So my toppings are ready. We're just gonna try and attempt the flip. So for the flip, we need to have hot water. And then we're gonna actually take one of our panna cottas and dip it into this hot water for about 30 seconds or so. And then we're gonna attempt to flip. All right, time's up. Let's see. Woo, hot, 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 hot. Don't forget it's hot. And then we need to place it as such, and the moment of truth, flip it. Beautiful. That worked out gorgeous. All right, and now we're gonna add our delicious toppings, as much as your heart desires. Few blueberries for color and some extra delicious taste. And of course some mint. I'm just gonna place it. Delicious. Check this out, guys. The most beautiful and perfect dessert. Perfecto. The alternative way, if you don't want to be flipping them like this, you can always serve your delicious toppings right on top of your wonderful panna cotta, just like this. And you can add a little bit more strawberries to it and still dress it up so nicely with the same ingredients, and it will be just as delightful, if not better, minus the hustle. So, ta-da! That's another way that you can definitely serve it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're loving these videos. Drop a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care!